Welcome to Messy Bun Sisters Podcast.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Lauren. And we just got in trouble.
Yeah. This is episode 19.
Yeah. You always forget. Ow. You almost gave me...
I went like this.
Okay. You just got in trouble.
Gosh. Because of you?
Because of you, I never strayed too far from the sidewalk. Thank you.
Alrighty, guys. So on today's episode, we are talking about our personality types.
Woo! So we're doing Enneagram, we're doing
Myers-Briggs,
and love languages.
Cool.
So Alyssa and I are obviously like pretty opposite.
Pretty opposite.
Pretty opposite.
We're pretty opposite.
And I think it's funny because we grew up in the same house.
It's like that
with the same parents.
Yeah.
Same raising.
But before we get into it,
what?
We should do
our sponsor?
Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
Okay. This is so stupid.
Well,
our sponsor this week is me, Wild Daisy Co.
Thanks, Wild Daisy Co.
So, for those of you just listening, I make like crochet and knitted hats, and I also do like scarves, and I do there's dog hair.
Yeah, before you send it out.
Yeah, I know. And I also do like coffee scrubs, which were awesome. This like girl in Ohio ordered them and then left me a review on Etsy too.
What's that review? Let's do that one too.
Okay, we'll look it up. So I do coffee scrubs, lip chapsticks, and we're sponsored. Alyssa's turning that hat around and around. I only have a specific amount of colors because I don't like to do a lot of colors. But if
I like this one a lot. I want this one.
If you're watching on YouTube, this is a little girl's hat.
And this is a big girl's hat.
And this is her mom's hat. So this one's knitted. And then this one is crocheted for those of you watching on YouTube. For those of you watching on YouTube. Anyway, so we're the sponsor of the week. Just go to Wild Daisy Co. For all of your crochet.
Is it your website or is it?
Yeah, it's wilddaisy.co.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and you want to read the review that lady said of my coffee scrub?
Yeah. Okay, so Wild Daisy edition.
Review of the week. Yeah. Oh, I have an order. Oh, I need to send it out in 5 days.
Okay, well.
Was
it a good review?
It was a good review. Where is it? Reviews. Okay, so she said, smells good and the scrub is awesome. The seller is awesome and the shipping was early / on time, even with the busy holiday season. Highly recommend. So if this random lady from Ohio that I don't know loves my coffee scrub,
so will you.
Okay. Our next review, I don't know if you want to read our review of the week. This week comes from YouTube.
Review of the week. Yeah. Okay. This is from Paveway 42. And it said...
Can you not read?
No, I was going to I didn't know if Paveway 42 was a guy or a girl. So I said, and it said...
And Zer is the correct pronunciation.
Biggest eye roll of life. Okay, great vid / podcast. Always important to set goals and reflect. It's how we grow as humans. Consider making your goals SMART.
That's an acronym.
It's an acronym. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Here's to productive 2019.
Cheers.
Thanks, Paveway 42.
That was really good. You know, I'm kind of bummed that we don't do wine anymore, but since we're on the couch, we can't.
Yeah, we can do sparkling water, but now we're so this couch is so deep, it's hard to reach.
I know. So if you want to be on our review of the week, it's really simple. Just go to our YouTube, go to our Instagram, go to podcast, and leave a review of the week.
How many times are we going to sing this song?
One more time. Review of the week. Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah.
I'm eyeballing my wine. I'm zoning out. I'm zoning out on my wine literally over
You're
there.
like, come back.
I know.
Okay, so let's talk about this. I want to know.
Love personality tests.
Yeah, we were talking about it with our friends the other day too. So how did you get into this? Like, how did you get into taking? Because I think I only took these because you told me about them actually.
Okay. So at Rackspace, when I first started working there, they, after you got hired, you took a test. I think it's called Strengths Finder or something like that. And they also have a class on how to learn how to, you have like the top 10 or something like that. But then you have to learn on how to use them. And then you can also take a class with your team on how to do it, like how you all interact. But I don't know. And then at our old church, we did Enneagram with our leaders.
Oh.
Yeah. And Enneagram, you have to like pay for it.
Yeah.
But actually, I feel like the very first test, like personality test I took, was Myers-Briggs.
Really?
It was Carol Ann that told me to do it, like in 2009 or something like that.
Wow.
I know. She was like, take this test. And so I did, and Trent took it too. And Trent and I are the same except for one.
Oh, really?
I'm extrovert and he's
Okay, so let's kind of look at...
Let's do one at a time, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and love languages.
Yeah.
And we do love languages when we were getting married.
Oh, cool.
Can you reach my lemon water?
No, I cannot. That's mine.
Oh, is that one mine? Don't point with your toes, sicko.
That one is mine.
I'm just going to wobble.
Okay, I'm going to look up
We were talking about how much we love penguins the other day.
You're so weird.
Will you hold this?
This is a professional podcast. Okay. The Myers-Briggs type indicator is an introspective self-report questionnaire with the purpose of indicating differing psychological preferences in how people perceive the world around them and make decisions. The Myers-Briggs type indicator was constructed by Catherine Cook Briggs and her daughter Isabel Briggs Meyer.
Aww.
So what's your Myers-Briggs?
Okay, so my Myers-Briggs is an ENTJ. And
Cool. Tell me what
what's yours?
Mine's ENFP.
So the only thing we're the same is the E and the N. Okay, so I actually pulled this. Okay, there's a lot to read. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
I have this like little chart.
Okay, read that too. But I like this description. So this is from 16personalities.com. ENTJ, personality, the commander.
Ooh.
I know. It says one of the...
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So what I like about 16 personalities too is it tells you, excuse me, all the celebrities that are the same as you. Steve Jobs.
Cool.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yep.
Harrison Ford.
Interesting.
Margaret Thatcher. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Who is she?
I don't know.
She was one of the prime ministers of England.
Prime Minister.
Whoopi Goldberg. Jim Carrey. Franklin D. Roosevelt. David Petraeus.
Are you going to read all of them?
Tony Soprano. These are fake people. Tony Soprano. David Palmer from 24, who's the president. I don't know who that is. Mary Talbot from Downton Abbey.
I don't watch Downton Abbey.
Oh my God. And Francis J. Underwood from House of Cards. Did you watch House of Cards?
Was that the bad guy?
Well, Kevin Spacey's a bad guy.
Okay, yeah. So
he was the president.
Yeah.
I identify with Francis Underwood. And then I don't know these people. Someone from the Three Musketeers. Anyway, so the very first quote that comes up is from Steve Jobs, who is my ENTJ counterpart.
Friend.
He says, he's my ENTJ friend. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you will truly become. Everything else is secondary.
That's so good. Like you're so good about that, like not caring what other people think.
I know.
But I do so much and it limits me, I think. You know what I mean?
Well, listen to Steve Jobs.
I know. That's why I'm like, I want to read that every morning.
Okay, I'm just going to
as
read the first
inspiration.
paragraph about ENTJ, and then we'll go to yours.
Okay, but look up mine too on that. 'cause
Okay,
I want to know.
will. You want to know your celebrities?
Yeah.
Okay, so ENTJs are natural born leaders. People with this personality type embody the gifts of charisma and confidence and project authority in ways that draws crowds together behind a common goal. But unlike their F counterparts, you're an F, right?
An ENFP.
Yeah. ENTJs are characterized by an often ruthless level of rationality, using their drive, determination, and smart minds to achieve whatever end they set for themselves. Perhaps it is best that they make up only 3% of the population, lest they overwhelm the more timid and sensitive personality types that make up so much of the rest of the world.
That's funny.
But we have ENTJs to thank for many of the business and institutions we take for granted today.
Okay, also like ENTJ extroverted,
Yep.
intuition,
Oh, yeah. No, we...
thinking,
like, what are these letters for?
and judging. Yeah, all these letters have like whatever
Meaning.
also
an acronym, kind of, because the N.
Okay, so yeah, so yours is extroverted, intuition, thinking, and judging.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
So read yours,
Okay.
ENFP.
Well, I want to read this little guy for ENTJ for yours too. It says
Okay.
strategic, logical, efficient, outgoing, ambitious, independent, effective organizers of people, and long range planners.
I think what I like about my personality,
Confidence.
yes, number one is confidence, but like thinking rationally. Like I don't understand how people, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm creative and I have a creative mind and I have a very vivid imagination. But I do.
Yes.
Like sometimes I'll create stories to help myself go to sleep at night. I do.
What?
I have like characters.
Oh my!
I have like characters in my mind that I will create. Yeah, I have a very vivid imagination, but I don't understand how people are given a clear like two paths, and it's like obviously this one's gonna be correct. You know what I mean? Like and
they pick the wrong one,
and they just think so like. How to like airheady kind of, not even decisive, like which one should I go? It's just like, oh, this one, could be something beautiful and this one is like for sure gonna be, I don't know.
I probably am like that.
But anyway, I like the fact that I'm like a rational thinker and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like this is clearly wrong and this is clearly right. I'm gonna go for this.
I'm not like that at all.
I know, it's weird.
Okay, so I'm ENFP, which is enthusiastic, creative, spontaneous, optimistic, supportive, playful, value inspiration, enjoy starting new, and I value inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy starting new projects and I see potential in others. So ENFP is extroverted, intuition, and then I am feeling and perceiving.
Ooh, what do you perceive
Cool.
about me?
I don't know.
Okay, so
I perceive that you are actually an 8 instead of 7 on the Enneagram. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Okay. ENFP personality. The one that can't read.
the campaigner.
Okay. So I'll read the first paragraph like you did.
Yeah, and then read all your celebrities.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
The ENFP personality is a true free spirit. They are often the life of the party, but unlike explorers, they are less interested in the sheer excitement and pleasure of the moment than they are enjoying the social and emotional connections they make with others. I don't know if I'm like the life of the party.
No, because like, okay, for example, last night, everyone wanted to play a game, and Alyssa was like, "Let's play a game." And I was like, "Oh, I'm leaving." We left.
That's true. You did leave.
And you like to, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it says charming, independent, energetic, and compassionate. The 7% of the population that they compromise can certainly be felt in any crowd.
What?
They comprise. Yo, I suck at reading.
Do you want me to read?
I'm only 7% of the population is ENFP. If you're an ENFP, comment below. Okay, so Robert Downey Jr., Will Smith,
Okay.
Robin Williams, Drew Barrymore. I like that
Okay.
one. Russell Brand,
What?
Quentin Tarantino, Meg Ryan, Kelly Clarkson,
My fave.
Michael Scott, Phil Dunphy,
Aw.
Piper Chapman. These are all
Oy.
fake people. Yeah, no. Peter Malak from the Hunger Games, and Carrie Bradshaw and Willy Wonka.
Huh.
Yep.
How do they do the personality types for the fake people?
I don't know. I mean, when you're acting, you
Yeah.
have to like really go
You really get
dive
into your
deep into it.
celebrity.
Yeah. Okay, and then the little whatever thing. It says it doesn't. The quote: "It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dreams, for the adventure of being alive."
That does not speak to me at all. Does that speak to you?
Yeah, honestly, like I was telling David yesterday,
I'm
like
going to read something and then tell me if it speaks to you. Go ahead.
like I was trying to imagine in my mind's eye, like
Imagine?
what the best version of me was, like if I could see myself 10 years from now, like what it would be. But I couldn't think career wise. Like I was trying to really hard, but I could only feel like this is how I want to feel. You know, it's weird.
Like, how you
Like-
want to feel
like
in 5 years,
Yeah,
not where you want to
no,
be.
No. I couldn't. I know where I want to be. Like I know what the right answers are, where I want to be in a career. But when I like tried to imagine myself like 10 years from now, I could only like connect with the feeling of how I want to feel.
I can see it.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
but like you're very much like, this is what I'm going to do. This is, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know if that's what I want to do. Like, I think that's the right answer, but that's not really
Yeah.
how I feel. So I don't know.
So this says ENFPs are fiercely independent, and much more than stability and security, they crave creativity and freedom.
Yeah. See,
Freedom.
freedom.
So I wonder if we can see how these
I don't know about the
two.
fiercely independent thing though.
You don't like to be alone?
I'm pretty independent, but I'm not fiercely independent. Like I definitely rely on David a lot.
But I mean, like if David or
Oh, I could totally get by myself.
yeah, like you
For sure.
David were to leave. That's what
say
you just
that.
said. I meant to say if David went on vacation, you were like, I can get by myself for sure.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like
Yeah.
on a vacation.
Yeah.
Like I can, yeah.
Okay, so this is ENFP and ENTJ relationships, compatibility, and dating. We're not going to date, obviously.
But relationships, I want to know that.
So this is what ENFPs like about ENTJs, and tell me if this is what you like about me. Intellectually stimulating. Yes or no?
Yes.
Usually very competent and smart.
Yeah.
Reliable and responsible.
You're reliable. You're responsible too.
responsible?
Yeah, you're responsible.
Open to new ideas.
Not really.
What do you mean?
I always do what you do.
No, that's what you like about me.
I know. You're not really open to new ideas.
So what do you mean you always do what I do?
Like, you're not open to new ideas because I feel like if I gave you an idea, you'd be like, nah, that's not a good one.
But that just means like I'm going to do what I want to do. If I don't think it's a cool new idea, then I'm not going to do it.
I know. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
good with money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Okay, so this is what I like about you. Hi, Lucy. You going to come on the podcast?
Oh my gosh. This is a professional podcast, Lauren.
She can't come on the couch, so she knows. And her ears popped up when I said couch.
Cute.
I don't know if you can see her on the YouTubes, but she's just like sitting here staring at us. Okay, so this is what I like about you.
Okay.
You provide inspiration and motivation. True. You're fun to be with. Absolutely. You're open to new ideas and experiences. You are for sure. Like, again, like you want to like, whenever we saw, who was telling us about, there was like a rope bridge from one thing to the other. Who was telling it? Was it Colton?
Amanda? Maybe
One of
them
them.
together.
Yeah. But Alyssa was like, I will for sure do that. And I was like, I will 100% not do that. You're usually loyal and dedicated and very supportive. I agree with that. So these are our pitfalls. Ready?
No, I liked the affirmation part. That's my love language.
ENTJs are too critical and inconsiderate of feelings.
Yep.
That's a pitfall. Well, ENFPs are too sensitive to criticism.
Yes, I am very sensitive to criticism.
That's why Alyssa cannot look at any of the reviews.
Yeah.
Because she's afraid to get a bad one.
My boss was like telling me something the other day and it wasn't even bad. Like it was just.
Did you start to cry?
No, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was so pissed. I'm like, she's not even mad at me. Like I didn't do anything wrong. I literally didn't do anything wrong. But it was like, this is where you should improve. I was like, I disappointed her. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, even little things like that. Even if I'm not wrong, even if somebody's like, you could do this differently, I would be like, I get really sensitive to it.
Do you freak out when you see cops around?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. 100%. I've never been pulled over, like nothing, but
better knock on that wood.
I'm trying to. I can't. I've never been pulled over, but I think if I were, like, I would not be able to stop thinking about it. Like, I'm very sensitive to getting in trouble.
So we have to ask this of David, but it says ENFPs can be smothering.
I don't think I'm smothering.
We have to ask David.
David.
Well, you're obsessed with Liam too. You probably smother Liam. Okay, so my high standards of becoming too big of a burden. So my high standards would feel like overwhelming to you guys, to you.
Your high standards,
like just high standards in general, it can be a burden to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like all the time. Like music.
Yes.
Like every single time I tell Alyssa one little thing that the whole team needs to do, she's like, well, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah in front of the whole team. And I'm like, listen, I wasn't even talking to you. Get over yourself.
But I get really sensitive because I don't think it feels to me like I'm doing something wrong.
Alyssa thinks that everything is about her.
That's not the truth. That's not the truth. But if I feel like I'm getting in trouble, I want to...
Here's another one. ENFP not being honest with themselves enough.
Huh?
Oh, wait. Not being honest enough.
I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
I suck at lying.
In conclusion, this relationship is usually effortless, and these two personality types are compatible. That, of course, doesn't mean that all ENTJs and ENFPs will automatically get along, because immaturity on any side can break the relationship or kill it even before it starts. But if both individuals are healthy and well-developed, it can be a very rewarding relationship, be it friendship or love. We have both.
Sorry. I don't think this is going to work. I'm scared it's giving a bad reflection.
Whatever. All right. Let us know, you guys, what your Myers-Briggs is. And we'll probably link all these tests below. They're really interesting. All right, Alyssa, what's the next one?
Next one is Enneagram.
Where did you learn about Enneagram?
Well, where did I learn? I told you. You told me.
Well, where did Enneagrams come from?
Let me look.
Someone put the Christian tarot cards.
No way.
That's I forgot who said that, but it was really funny.
I followed that Enneagram and Coffee Instagram account. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting. Like, she does a lot of stuff if you want to follow something that tells you more about your Enneagram. And she like puts different, like she did like Enneagram bingo. She did like, what is the friend's Enneagram? So it's pretty cool.
Do you know where Enneagram came from?
I'm reading this. The Enneagram is a personality typing system that consists of 9 different types. Everyone is considered to be one single type, although one can have traits of belonging to other ones. While it's uncertain whether this type is genetically determined, many believe it is already in place at birth. The 9 types, or Ennea types, Ennea means 9, are universally identified by the numbers 1 to 9. Okay. Mm-hmm. These numbers have a standard way of being placed around the Enneagram symbol. Enneagram authors have attached their own individual names to these numbers. On this site, the type names by authors are, do you want me to read all of them? All 9 of them?
Why not? You're already there.
Number 1 is the reformer, 2, the helper, 3, the achiever, 4, the individualist, 5, the investigator, 6, the loyalist, 7, the enthusiast, 8, the challenger, and 9, the peacemaker. People of a particular... You want me to keep reading?
I think they got it.
Okay.
So, here's the thing with the Enneagram. So, You actually have to take a test that costs money, and it's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
That's like the official test.
I have not taken
So
the official
I took
test.
that one, and this was probably in 2014. So 5
I was going to say
years
about
ago.
4 or 5 years ago. No,
Yeah.
probably 4 years ago.
So
Anyways.
it's 2019.
Oh, yeah.
So, I am a 7, so it's the enthusiast. But everyone was like tripping me out last night because they were like, Lauren, you're an 8. You're totally an 8. I believe it with all my heart that you're an 8 because you were looking at that coffee and
Enneagram and coffee.
and Enneagram and coffee Instagram, and literally everything.
Because it says the challenger taking charge because they don't want to be controlled.
Well, like everything on there. But I just took it again.
And you're still the 7.
And I'm still a 7. But okay, so the last time I took it, so they give you main ones, and then you have a wing. Which, do you know what the wing means?
The wing, usually one has characteristics of one of the types that lie adjacent to one's own that are more prominent. This is called the wing. So someone who is a type 5 might have a 4 wing or 6 wing. Mm-hmm. This may be whatever. It doesn't have a dominant wing. It is said that the wings are balanced. If one doesn't have a dominant wing.
Yeah. So, okay, so here's the thing. So I had a 9 as a wing whenever I was 7 and 9.
That's so not true. Because I'm a 9.
But that's when I took it 5 years ago. I was a 7 and a 9.
I think you're forgetting.
No, I promise. Because
There's no
I was
way.
the
You're like always an 8.
Because I was the opposite of Abe. Because Abe, our friend Abe, was a 9 and a 7.
Abe's a 9?
Yeah. Shh. Lucy.
Abe, comment below.
He's an 8.
A 9,
or 9 with
7.
the wing 7. Yeah.
Well, it makes sense that Abe is the enthusiast.
I'm the enthusiast. He's a 9.
The peacemaker?
Yeah.
No, he's not. Okay,
Yes, he
let's
is.
talk about each other.
Okay,
he's
so
not, though. Abe, take the test again.
I took the test again, and I'm a 7 still.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what
Well, you're lying on your test.
I am not. I took it 2 times.
I'm talking about Abe.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. The little thing underneath it says pleasure seekers and planners in search of distraction.
Interesting.
I am such a planner, and I'm always distracted. Okay.
But
so,
are you in search of distraction? I don't understand that. Can I put this right here?
Sure. Okay. So it says people of this personality type, this is the enthusiast 7, are essentially concerned that their lives be an exciting adventure. 7s are future-oriented, restless people who are generally convinced that there's something better is just, or that something, God, that something better is just around the corner. They are quick thinkers who have a great deal of energy, who make lots of plans. They tend to be extroverted, multi-talented, creative,
for sure,
and open-minded. I'm very open-minded.
Yeah.
These enthusiasts who enjoy the pleasures of the senses and who don't believe in any form of self-denial. 7s are practical people who have multiple skills. They know how to network and promote themselves and their interests.
That's so true too.
They often have entrepreneurial spirits and are able to convey their enthusiasm to those with whom they have come in contact.
Okay, yeah, now I think you're totally a 7.
Yeah, I know. When they are able to focus on their talents, they are often highly successful. Focusing does not always come easy for 7s. However, their tendency to believe that something better awaits them makes them reluctant to narrow down their options or to pursue their aims with true devotion.
What? Read it.
7s usually have a high opinion of themselves and their talents. They tend to focus on their strengths and virtues and downplay their flaws and vices. That's so true. They are often a bit self-centered, which manifests an unfounded feeling of entitlement.
Wow, Lauren.
I know. I'm not entitled, though. Lucy, if you don't stop barking, as 7s don't...
Go lay down.
She's like, but there's a cord on my bed. As 7s don't want to confront their own darker emotions, they also have difficulty acknowledging the pain that others experience, which is true.
That is so true.
So they sometimes have a hard time seeing the reality of other people. Like literally what I just said, I don't understand how people can't think logically. The
We need
extent
to try to understand.
Okay. The extent of the 7's flight from negative emotions is really a measure of the 7's mental health. The more that the 7's flee from them, the more their strength grows and the likely they are to erupt into consciousness in the form of an anxiety disorder or severe depressive episode.
Okay, stop reading.
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Okay.
Why are you reading so much?
Oh my gosh. Listen to this.
Okay.
Listen to this. Sometimes they mistype as 8s.
Whoa.
As 7's too can be domineering, especially if 8 is dominant. It's a dominant wing.
See, I think that we just...
But 8s are not anxious and they lack the quick mental energy that the characteristics of a 7.
That's what you have.
Hell yeah. 7s can easily mistype as okay, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, everyone last night was like, you're an 8, you're an 8.
It's because
totally
we don't really know how deep 7 goes. I think I didn't really understand 7. I only knew it like baseline. You know what I mean?
I think I'm just really self-aware that I know I'm a 7. All right. Anyway, your turn.
Okay. Well, read just a little bit about the 8 so people know like what we're saying.
I think...
You want me to read it?
I think what freaked me out most was the bingo thing. Because I was like,
everything. Yeah, you identified with everything.
Yeah.
It says 8. I'm just going to read a little bit. It says the whole taking charge because they don't want to be controlled. 8s are essentially unwilling to be controlled either by others or by their circumstances. They fully intend to be masters of their fate. 8s are strong-willed, decisive, practical, tough-minded, and energetic. They also tend to be domineering. Their unwillingness to be controlled by others frequently manifests in the need to control others instead.
I don't control. Who do I control?
You are bossy.
But okay.
Okay, so I am a 9-wing 1, which actually I don't really know much about the 1, so let me read that.
Read the 9 first, and then I'll look at the 1.
No, I am.
The reformer.
Okay, 9 is...
I'll look up the
peacemaker.
I'll look up the coffee thing too. So
wait, how come it's not telling me more about the 9? Oh, here it goes. Type 9. Okay, keeping peace and harmony. People of this personality type essentially feel a need for peace and harmony. They tend to avoid conflict at all costs, whether it be internal or interpersonal.
Yep.
As the potential for conflict in life is virtually ubiquitous. I cannot read today. This is so annoying. The 9's desire to avoid it generally results in some degree of withdrawal from life, and many 9's are, in fact, introverted. That's not me.
Well, this is extra.
Oh, wait. This one says other 9's lead more active social lives, but nevertheless remain to some degree checked out or not fully involved, as if to insulate themselves from threats to their peace of mind. Most 9's are fairly easygoing. They adopt a strategy of going with the flow. Yes, they are generally reliable, sturdy, effacing, EFFACING. Okay. Tolerant and likable individuals. 9's tend to adopt an optimistic approach to life. They are, for the most part, trusting people who see the best in others. They frequently have a deep-seated faith that things will somehow work out.
This is so you, Alyssa. Isn't that weird?
It is so weird. They desire to feel connected both to other people and to the world at large. They frequently feel most at home in nature and generally make warm and attentive parents.
Okay, so first
Liam,
off,
you're welcome.
And you're obsessive with him. Smothering. So read the nature part.
They feel most at home in nature.
Okay, so when we went to Colorado, Alyssa, the first time we were going at the mountains, she just kept going, wow, 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 wow. I was like,
I need to do more. Yeah, and then we were here the other day, and I was like, Lauren, I need to go on a walk, and she's like, ugh. Like, she wanted to stay at home in the couch. I'm like, I need to go outside.
Which is so funny. And
I kept, like, walking out the door, like...
Oh, my God.
I need a fresh
Shotgun
air.
heard near Walmart. I have no...
Oh.
Okay.
ADD.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I know also, like, probably a lot of people don't. Well, I mean, yeah, some people do think about it too, is my, like, star sign or whatever, sun sign is a Virgo, but, like, it's supposedly an earth sign, which means, like,
You're not.
like, the It is an earth sign. Virgo is an earth sign, but like you like really like the floor and the earth, not the floor. You like to be in nature. I like to be in nature, but I like prefer the city. All right, let's read type 1 bingo words. Or do you want to read
Wait,
some more?
I want to read
read
the
more.
type 1 bingo words?
Read more about
No. That's all I want to know. I'm good.
Careful. Okay, so this is type 1 bingo. Why did you load the dishwasher like that? Okay. Efficient AF. This is not you organizing for fun.
Actually, because I've been watching Tidying Up, I told David, I'm like, get all your stuff away, and I like want to start organizing. And then after I finished organizing, I haven't told anybody this actually, but I was thinking to myself, like, what if I did organizing as a job? Like, what if I like taught people, the KonMari method and like organized for them. Like I wanted to like fold everybody's clothes.
You could have come fold my clothes.
I will. I actually really enjoyed it.
What?
Like I am not organized, but I'm getting there, and actually I really like it. Isn't that weird?
You can come organize my
I will, seriously. Yes, I will.
Where's your blinker, buddy?
I always use my blinker.
Yeah.
And I'm like I'm like a grandma on the road. Like I need people to follow the rules.
Why don't you just follow the
See?
That is so, this is your wing. If
like I'm not all those things.
If there's time to lean, there's time to clean. That's definitely you.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we were here the other day too, and we were watching like episodes of Game of Thrones, and I told Lauren, I'm like, I really like want to get this podcast going so I could go home and clean. Like I needed to go home, and I still haven't cleaned. Anyways.
And you just said you wanted to do that for your job.
Because I haven't had time. I actually really enjoy it, and that's all I do when I'm home with the baby.
Clean.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like a lot of that was our mom. I'd be interested to have our parents take these tests with us too.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Okay. So
what else did that one say? I'm interested now.
Things are black and white, right or wrong. Defending the underdog. Justice.
There is no justice. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
One time, Carolyn, we were in California, and she was like, take a picture. We were like driving down this really pretty like driveway. And there was like all these trees. It was so beautiful. You? No, it was after you'd left. And I was like,
oh, you were mad at me.
Okay.
But Melissa changed her flight so she didn't have to fly home with me.
Because you were mad at me.
I was not mad at you.
Anyways.
Alyssa.
So, okay.
I had the funniest
in the
memory in my head
past.
for Melissa.
I don't want to know. Okay, so we're driving on this pathway, and Caroline's like, take pictures, and I'm trying to take pictures, and I literally was like, there is no justice. And she's like, what? And I meant to say these pictures don't do it justice, but I just said there is no justice. Anyways,
okay, so that works. So and let's see.
What's your love language?
Thinks accomplishing things is rest. Yes. Oh my God. Melissa, just lay down. That's rest. Literally. Okay. So, Alyssa. Alyssa and David came over yesterday, and she was like, what have you and Trent been doing? And we're like, literally just chilling. Like we're laying on the couch watching TV. He put up his surround sound.
So he did something, but I can't do nothing all day. Like, I have to do something.
That is my favorite. To just like do nothing.
Like my day off. On my days off, I have to accomplish something. If I don't, I will. I don't like
this. Must be a strong wing for you. This.
Okay.
You know what I mean? This one, because you identify with a lot of them. That's interesting. All right,
I feel like that's. I wonder what it would have been like maybe 5 years ago.
What do you mean?
Because I don't think I was that much 5 years ago. I don't think I was that much of like liking to clean and organized and that kind of stuff. That has to be more recent.
Well, yeah, because your room was always a mess. But you were like, but my office space is so clean and I'm so blah blah blah.
Yeah, there's like certain spaces that I didn't have organized.
But I think it's because you hadn't met Marie Kondo yet.
Thanks, Marie.
You bought all these things and nothing sparked joy. You were just buying them.
Yeah.
And hoarding. Okay,
I
so
don't hoard.
okay. So this is 7s and 1s.
No, I'm a 9.
I mean 7s and 9s. Enneagram 7.
Okay.
The enthusiast, the peacemaker. So do you want to read what each brings to relationship or potential trouble spots? We'll read both. I'll read the first paragraph of both. Okay, so Enneagram 7 and 9s are one of the most often seen pairing of the types because they bring a good mix of similar and opposite qualities.
That's cool.
Because we were the same.
We're so opposite, but we're the same.
But also that's how it was in Myers-Briggs. Fundamentally, 7s and 9 are both positive outlook types who are optimistic, upbeat, and who prefer to avoid conflicts and negatives in their lives and in their relationship.
True.
Yes. I just don't have time for negativity.
Yes.
It's just like, if you're around and you're negative, like,
go away.
Leave. Like, if you are, I mean, okay, there's a difference between, man, I had a really bad day, like, you know, but there's a difference between like every day of my life is bad. You know?
I hate when I'm like, they were like, I had a really bad day. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that means it can only get better.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, I had a bad day. Like they want to stay bad.
Yeah. Like, how do you live like that? Like, just, I mean, sulking in negativity. Like, I mean, I understand, like, maybe
that's their personality type.
Maybe if
like
someone did you wrong and you just are angry and like want to like think about how to get
revenge.
Yeah. I can understand that. But like, just like being negative or staying in negativity, that only brings other people down too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Anyway, if people are negative or there's negativity around, I'm just like, leave. Like, I don't want to be a part of your life.
Oh my God, your whole life.
Seriously.
Okay.
Both types are friendly.
Seriously, get away.
Sociable and generally happy with themselves and with their lives.
Yeah.
Neither is typically introspective or brooding, preferring to get on with things rather than to look backward or to sulk. Over failures or disappointments. Yeah. Because it's over. It's done. Move on.
Yeah.
God. It's so simple. It's
but that's true. That's cool that it's saying like these are the same ways that they think. Because it is. It's true. That's how we think.
Yeah. Well, it's because like all you can do is learn from the past.
Yes. Because
it already happened. You already failed. You already were a disappointment to whomever. Just learn from it and move on. Okay. Both are able to forgive and forget. I don't know about that. I can forgive. I don't know if I don't forget.
Obviously, you're like trying to talk about when I was mad at you or you were mad at me.
Okay. I was not mad at you.
Okay.
It was really funny. Okay, let me just paint a picture really quick.
No. Okay, forget
it. They might be separated physically or have few financial means, but 7s and 9s can make the best of these circumstances and continue to build their future together. Both tend to be practical, although both can have a romantic streak. Okay, this is about
like relationships now. Yeah.
Okay. So these are our trouble spots. One of the main areas for potential problems is the fact that neither 7s or 9 are usually adept at working through negative or painful aspects of their lives. Both would prefer to keep everything on the positive side. Neither one wants to fall into the possibility of depression or otherwise cut off the chance for happiness. But like, why? Like, who cares? Like
we don't have to dig deep.
Well, I mean, no, it's saying like, if any negative feelings or negative things come about, like you just want to ignore it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
is that a bad thing?
I don't think it's a bad thing. Like if bad thoughts or sad thoughts like come about, or like maybe like bad things that happen to you, like why? I mean, I don't know, why think about it?
Yeah, but that's our personality types.
I guess, yeah. Let's see. At most, they will briefly acknowledge a problem or conflict by blaming the other, like you just did. Both types tend to become anxious, critical, and edgy when under stress, taking these things out on someone else rather than working through the negative feelings themselves. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, last but not least.
Love languages.
Hi, Lucy. You ready to go outside?
I wonder what Lucy's love language is.
Physical
Quality
touch.
time.
No, it's physical touch for sure.
That's probably all dogs. That's probably all.
Well,
all
sometimes
dogs.
she'll just be sitting here and put her paw on my hand and just be looking around. Right, Lucy Goosey?
That's cute.
All right.
So, do you have a description of what the love languages are? This is not like, wait, this is about. Okay, the love languages was for like mates, like me and David, you and Trent. But
Well, that's how I took the test.
yeah, but I think that's like mostly what it is. There, you can do a love language on.
I did the love languages when I was single.
I'm gonna read this book.
What?
It's another one called "Things I Wish I'd Known Before We Became Parents."
Aww.
I read the "Things I Wish I Knew Before I Got Married." It's pretty good.
Maybe we can.
Same guy, Gary Chapman.
Yeah, he's making a lot of money off this. Okay, so there's 5 love languages. Words of affirmation. So it's using words to build up the other person. Like, thanks for taking out the garbage. It's about time you took the garbage out. Gifts, which is like, this person was thinking about me. Acts of service is another one. Doing something for your spouse that you know they would like. Quality time. Giving your spouse an undivided attention, taking a walk together, sitting on the couch with the TV off, talking and listening, and physical touch. So holding hands, hugging, kissing, sexual intercourse are all expressions of love. So, love languages wasn't developed specifically for marriages or people in relationships. I don't think so. I think it was just...
I think it was for people in relationships.
Well, okay, maybe it did start like that, but then it became
how you can interact with each other.
Yeah.
With other people.
Right.
Yeah.
So my top one is physical touch. Like, I like to give high fives, hand hugs. But
like with Trent,
I have to hold his hand. I have to give him a hug. Cuddling. So I don't know if I told you this story, but one time we went to Austin just to hang out or whatever. And I got back home and I was like, Trent, you haven't loved on me all day long. And he was like, what are you talking about? We were with each other all day. And this is quality time. But he didn't hold my hand or you know what I mean? It's just interesting to see how
he felt a lot of love because y'all were hanging out together.
Right, exactly.
But you didn't feel because he didn't touch you.
Which is hard because his physical touch is pretty low on his but physical touch and then quality time. Are you getting tired, Alyssa?
No.
Then why did you make that face?
Because I'm getting tired.
You just lied to me. Physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, and acts of service. Those are mine in order. What are yours?
Okay. Oh, I don't know mine in order. I didn't take the test today because I thought we were just going to do the top ones.
Okay, what's your top one?
My top one is words of affirmation. And then actually I took it again after David and I got married. Because before, with just friends and stuff like that, my physical touch was at the very bottom. But after David and I got married, physical touch was number 2.
Really?
Interesting. But from friends and stuff, don't touch me.
So this is what it says.
Words of affirmation for sure.
Okay, so I'll read physical touch and then you can read words of affirmation. Okay. So it says, this language isn't all about the bedroom. A person whose primary language is physical touch is not surprisingly very touchy. That's true. I'm not a super touchy person.
No.
But, okay. Hugs, pats on the back, holding hands, thoughtful touches on the arm, shoulder, or face can all be ways to show excitement, concern, care, or love. So basically, if we're friends and you touch my face, I'm going to be like, why are you touching my face? but you know what I mean? It's if I don't love you and you touch my face, ew. That reminds me of.
No. Don't touch my face.
Only certain
Don't
people know
touch
that.
me at all, even if I love you. The only
Physical
person that can
presence.
touch me is David
Oh my, and Liam?
and Liam.
Physical presence and accessibility are crucial, while neglect or abuse can be unforgivable and destructive. Physical touch fosters a sense of security and belonging in any relationship.
Interesante.
And yours is words of affirmation.
Okay. Words of affirmation. Actions don't always speak louder than words. If this is your love language, unsolicited compliments mean the world to you. Hearing the words, I love you, are important. Hearing the reasons behind that love sends your spirit skyward. Insults can leave you shattered and are not easily forgotten. Kind, encouraging, and positive words are truly life-giving.
It's so funny how like we went through all these today and they still all like
Connect.
Like, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I wonder what it means.
Like, I wonder if other people's are like that.
I mean, we're two.
It's like if you're an ENFP and your love language is words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Or like if you're an Enneagram 9, is your love language words of affirmation? And are you an ENFP too?
If you have the same like Myers-Briggs, Enneagram, love language, like let us know. 'Cause
Yeah.
that seems like super interesting.
Yes, please let us know.
I wonder if people have done studies on that. I'm sure.
We'll have to look it up and we'll tell you at another time.
Anyway, I really enjoyed learning about our personality.
Me too. That was really cool.
Maybe we'll do this at our next like girls' night. We'll go through all of our personalities.
Yeah.
Can you not, Lucy? I appreciate you being a good guard dog, but you're too loud.
She's so cute.
I know. Now she's licking my hand.
Alrighty, guys.
All right. Thank you for listening. We love you.
Like us, subscribe,
Share,
support on Patreon.
which Alyssa's in charge of.
Bye.
Bye.